Today, I'm going to give you an up-close look at the Scorpius FX from ColorKey Lighting. This is a very powerful UFO-style effect or centerpiece light, and I can't wait to show you it. Let's get into it. Hello everyone and welcome to the Phase Reviews YouTube channel. My name is Jordan. If you're new here, thank you for joining me. If you're a subscriber, welcome back once again. I've been a DJ for over 15 years and I've tried pretty much every kind of effect light on the market. Effect lights are really cool. They make a really nice bit of eye candy. If you use them sparingly and in the right moments, they can be awesome at producing that wow moment for your guests at your parties. Now, the Scorpius FX from ColorKey is an updated version of a very classic disco light going back many years, which is the UFO style effect. This adds a lot of updates for the DJs in the modern era. It has so much power behind it with LED diodes inside, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. Now, we're gonna dive right into the review, but make sure that you like this video if you enjoy the content by the end, and that you subscribe and ring the notification bell because you don't wanna miss the other DJ related videos I've got coming in the future. I am refocusing this channel all on DJ content, and you're not gonna wanna miss out on it. Now, the Scorpius FX, excuse me, it's kind of a tongue twister. It's from ColorKey. I've been doing a string of ColorKey videos. They make awesome lights. This thing is an absolute powerhouse. It is all metal build. I mean, there's some plastic, like some end caps and stuff, but the bulk of the frame is metal. This up here, the arm, the base, all of that. Like I said, a little bit of plastic, maybe the handles and like the face plate, but the rest of it is very solid. We're coming in at 12.8 pounds, and it's decently hefty, okay? I don't wanna kinda point it so that it's hitting the camera, and that's because my next point is that it is very bright. This has 6 lenses, and behind each one of them is a 40-watt diode. 40 watts of LED power for 240 total watts. Watts is not brightness, I will concede that. However, this one definitely puts out a lot of light. These are RGBW diodes, so you get nice, good color mixing. You get the full spectrum. As you can see here on the static effect that I've got going, it's a nice pure white. It can kind of make a cool little disco ball effect, albeit there's only 6 beams coming out, so you'd probably want a couple of these to go for that. Now, this has all your standard modes that you would want to see on an effect light. You've got your DMX, your auto, you've got your sound active, and your master slave, so you can link these together and do a show with multiples, having it run internal programs or static modes. Now, inside of the box, besides the light, you do get a PowerCon connector, and I do feel like the Scorpius is one of ColorKey's more middle to upper tier range products. It's aimed at the professional market just by the build quality and the fact that we've got locking power here. That's great. There's also a quick release bracket. I used to call these Omega clamps, but I don't think that's the proper name, but kind of quarter turn, get it on. You don't have to mess with a hex screw. You've also got your eye for your safety cable, little eyelet thing. And then instead of a manual, we've got a little card with the QR code you can scan to access the full manual on their site. So that's what comes in the package. We've already talked about the build quality. We've talked about the weight of the light. We do have DMX, as I mentioned, 14 and 16 channel modes. The 16 honestly just adds fine pan and tilt. I don't really see a need for that with this kind of light, so save the 2 channels and just use the 14, in my opinion. On the front, we've got an almost 2-inch full color LCD display, which I will zoom in and show you in just a moment. Standard 4-direction navigation right there. And on the back, let's see if I can flip this guy around. Hopefully not hit the camera. We've got DMX in and out, 3-pin. We've got PowerCon in and out, and we've got our power switch back there. Now I'm gonna zoom the camera in and show you the screen so you can see all the different setting options available. All right, so to open up our visual display, just hit any of the buttons right here. Your navigation is basically gonna be up and down, and then we've got the left side with the square on it is gonna be how you back up and go to the different menu options, and then the circle on the right is gonna be how you hit enter. So we can scroll through the different options. The first little box on the top left are our running modes. So we're on manual right now. You can hit this and go to your DMX channel. You can see your channel appear there. Hit it again, we've got our auto program. Hit it again, we've got our sound active. And one last time takes us back to the manual mode, which will resume what I had programmed before. Now scrolling down, we've got this right here where we can flip our display if you've got this hanging from a truss. We have got, I'm kind of aside here, our language. So you can go between English and probably Chinese. Right here, we've got a reset. So if you ever bump the arm while it's moving and you knock it out of its alignment, hit the reset and that will do a full pan and tilt reset so you can get it lined back up with your other fixtures. And then down here we have our channel modes. So we've got 14 and 16. Clicking the button will just cycle them over here on the small little display to the left. Now going down, There's set U for setup in the bottom left. Here we can do our run mode again. We can access it from here. Our DMX channel address, the channel mode, the sensitivity of the microphone, a dimmer curve if you'd like, the dimmer speed. We've got invert X, invert Y. We've also got, oh gosh, DMX signal, what we do if we lose signal. We can reverse things. We can, hold on. We can disengage the backlight, change our language again, reset the motor. So a lot of the settings we saw in the main menu, we can access again from here. And sorry, I'm trying to read these from the side. Scrolling down, we've also got an info tab right here. Got our software version, hours on the light, the fixture temperature, all that goodness. We have the manual settings right here. So if you're using the manual mode like I am, you can adjust pan, tilt, speed, rotation, dimmer, strobe, colors, all that stuff. And then lastly, on the bottom right, we have the advanced tab where we can enter a password. There is a stock password, and change just a few more settings that you just don't want anyone to be able to change. Now that you've seen the menu, let's talk about how this light performs in action. So I'm gonna overlay shots just like you saw in the intro, using this light with some fog. A light like this is really gonna stand out if you have atmosphere, be it fog or haze or you're outside, whatever. Even in a dusty room, these beams are bright enough to be seen. And the reason that the video has just had this on white doing a slow rotation this whole time is because when it is in auto mode, it is way too bright for the camera sensor and it would completely blur out the image. I am blown away by how sharp the beams are. The lenses seem to be of really good quality. When it comes to the built-in programs, I would say that that is one of the areas I would like to see a little bit more out of this light. I only have one automatic program and one sound active, and these lights are appropriately called by some DJs the spin and puke because they go really, really fast and they're kind of chaotic. Now, I like more slow, graceful movements, and I would appreciate if ColorKey had put some sort of slow automatic mode in there, or a medium style, just kind of a gradual rotation, a little shifting from here to there, some color fades. The automatic program is great if used sparingly, maybe with the power switch to turn it on and off, but otherwise, if you've got it on that same auto program all night, it's gonna get really tiresome for people. And that's kind of the overall theme of these kinds of lights. Don't just turn it on and run it the entire night. That gets old really fast. Use it at key moments, big drops, really high energy songs, sprinkle it in on when people are least expecting it on a very high energy moment. That's when you wanna use this kind of light. To unlock the full potential though, DMX is the way to go. Those 14 channels give you control over tilt, pan, rotation of the central UFO unit. You can have individual color control over each diode, dimmer, strobe, all of that stuff. And there are some built-in macros if you want to use those. Overall, this is a really impressive effect light, and if you want to integrate this into like a big long piece of truss right in the middle, or maybe a pair of them, one on either end, and just use it to add a little bit of eye candy and flair to those high energy moments, it's definitely a wow type light. If you've got the atmosphere, when those beams shoot out like a laser across the crowd, people are gonna absolutely love it. So a big shout out to ColorKey for helping make this video possible. Also iDJ Now for hooking this up. If you wanna go check this light out, I'll include a link down below so you can go see it there. I highly recommend it. It is built so well. It's performed flawlessly. It looks excellent, and it's pretty dang easy to use. So go check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.